Hi, I'm Kat, and I think you already know the drill. I have a true crime case. I will also be doing my makeup at the same time, and I also have a word in Romanian. So, the word for today is Rusia. 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 Well done, guys. You just said Russia. Just days before her 9th birthday, Vika Teplyakova ran away from home after an argument with her parents, and she was abducted by Igor and Kristina Dvornikov, who drove her to a remote forest where she was raped and strangled with a plastic bag. Victoria, or Vika, was an 8-year-old girl from Russia born on 12th of July 2011, living with her parents on Sakhalin Island in Novo-Alexandrovsk in Russia's far east near Japan, from where she vanished on Monday, the 6th of July 2020, and sadly died the same day. Allegedly, after a heated argument with her parents, she decided to run away. This was around 10 a.m. She wanted to get to the town Dolinsk, where her and her parents moved from, so she can see her friends. She was trying to travel the 20 miles distance to reach them. Her plan was to actually take a bus into the town. Her family didn't report her missing until 11 p.m., around 12 hours after she left home. She was spotted on CCTV wearing a white t-shirt and blue shorts as she was walking, trying to reach her friends. Vika was last seen alive on Monday afternoon when the CCTV showed her walking alone next to a busy road shortly before she was kidnapped and murdered. According to a report from Sakhalin.info, two men had stopped and offered to give Vika a ride. One of them even offered to take her to a police station, but Vika refused to get in the car. The report also said that a man offered her a small sum of money, the equivalent of £1.70 or $2, and took her to a supermarket before Vika was attacked. Thanks to tips from the public, police determined that Vika ended up getting into a car that belonged to a married couple. A number of road traffic cameras that could have assisted investigators were sadly badly damaged. More than 500 people volunteered to search for Vika after the CCTV showed her walking alone. Many searched for hours on very little sleep. Now, you know what, I do have a question about this CCTV. I mean, if you pay attention to it, at least this is what I'm seeing, you can see that this was a recording made by someone inside of a room or a building or something on their phone. A static camera, in my opinion, wouldn't have so much movement when recording. So I'm curious if that's true. Who was that person who was recording her, and also why did they just record a random kid walking down the road? I mean, to me, something smells really fishy here. The police issued multiple appeals and asked people to review CCTV from their homes or businesses and even dashcam footage from their cars. They wanted to hear from anyone who saw Vika or the suspects or noticed anything suspicious from between midday and midnight on Monday. Vika didn't trust the two men who offered to drive her, so in the end, she was picked up by the Dvornikovs, who spotted her as they drove by the road. They stopped to offer her a ride, and because there was a woman in the car as well, Vika trusted the couple, so she accepted to get into their car. 31-year-old Kristina Dvornikova later claimed that her husband, 45-year-old Igor, drove to an isolated area and ordered Vika out of the car, and the girl complied because she was really scared of him. Igor then raped her in the car and strangled her with a plastic bag. He then carried Vika's body out of the car and dumped her on the shore of a lake. After the couple was arrested, Kristina led police to Vika's body in the early hours of Friday, 3 days after Vika went missing. It seems that Igor told his wife that he was going to attack Vika, but his wife did absolutely nothing to stop him. After initially denying involvement and saying that they did pick up a girl, but not Vika, Kristina, who was a mother of 2 herself, confessed to police after detectives identified her and Igor as suspects via traffic cameras and also witness statements. Igor is also a father whose daughter from a previous relationship was around the same age as Vika, according to a neighbor. A statement from the court said, quote, "The couple decided to kidnap the child in order to subsequently satisfy the man's sexual needs. The presence of the woman made Vika safe in accepting a lift, and the barbaric couple took advantage of the girl's credulity. Taking advantage of the helpless state of the child, the defendants took her to a forest near the village of Ozidaevo. In his wife's presence, the drunken man threw the girl on her back in the car, raped her, and then committed other violent acts of a sexual nature against her. He suffocated her by holding a plastic bag over her head before burying her body near a river." End of quote. Police on the island of Sakhalin in the Pacific Ocean charged Igor Dvornikov with kidnapping, rape, violent acts of a sexual nature, and murder. Kristina was charged with kidnapping. Police officers seized and searched the couple's car, which allegedly showed signs of a crime. Vika's body was found with signs of violent death, and according to police, she sadly passed away the same day that she went missing, on July the 6th. Igor has actually been convicted previously. He was convicted of murdering a woman and a Chinese man in 2001 and of a rape of an underage girl in 2018. Kristina, his wife, told the court that she was a victim of domestic violence and couldn't really resist her husband. But prosecutor Yulia Pilgi said that the case proved her active role in kidnapping the girl and the incitement to commit rape against her. Igor told the court that although he had met Vika, it was actually Kristina who attacked and killed her. It's always the same story, isn't it? Always blaming someone else, always pointing the finger. It's never my fault, it's the other person's fault. As he was taken away, he shouted, "I do not agree with the sentence. I did not commit this." Police sources said that a lot of rape pornography was actually found on Igor's computer. Vika's mom, 32-year-old Vika Teplyakova, said before the trial that she hopes these people end up in hell. They deserve a terrible and painful punishment. Instead of celebrating Vika's birthday, her devastated family had to bury her on Monday, 13th of July 2020. Her mom said that she's struggling to cope with her grief and she's taking sedatives because she's so overwhelmed by the pain of losing her daughter in such a horrific way. In 2021, Kristina, the woman who helped kidnap Vika, has been jailed for 15 years. She was also convicted by a Russian court of incitement to murder the child. Igor was convicted of the kidnap, rape and murder of Vika and was jailed for life. Meanwhile, a local 28-year-old man was also facing charges after he falsely accused a 23-year-old man of abducting and killing Vika. The 28-year-old circulated a photo of the 23-year-old on social media and claimed that the younger man was the killer, despite knowing this wasn't true because he was just trying to impress a girl he knew. The 23-year-old actually had nothing to do with the crime, and he even said that he now fears for his life and he actually had to flee his home. According to her mom, Vika was kind and friendly, obedient, a regular child, and all her friends loved her. She loved football, playing it with boys and girls. She loved drawing, singing and making videos. She was a very artistic girl. And I have to say that this is such a tragic end to an innocent child's life. I don't know why Kristina didn't stop Igor, either that she was genuinely scared of her husband and she was trying to protect her own life, or maybe, you never know, she could have been part of it in some sick way, finding satisfaction just like her husband did, and after the fact she informed the police either because she had a guilty conscience or she was trying to save her own skin by being the first one to contact police. What's really disturbing to me is that Kristina herself is a mother and Igor is also a father to a girl very similar in age to Vika. I don't even want to think that maybe he did something to his own child. It's just beyond horrific, I think. It's beyond horrific. Thank you guys so much for staying with me today. Please do let me know what do you think in the comment section down below. For now, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!